Okay, let's just jump right in. I want you to imagine something. Picture all of your company's data. I'm talking every single document, every report, every email, all of it, tucked away in this huge private library. Now, we're all dealing with this tidal wave of data, right? And just finding stuff isn't cutting it anymore. So what if? What if you could just walk up to that library, ask it a question, and get one single clear answer back? That's what we're talking about today. We're going to break down how you can give your private data a voice, and, more importantly, a voice you can actually trust.
Man, this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It's the core of the whole problem. And we've all been there. You know the drill. You search for something and bam, you get a screen full of links, a pile of documents. But who wants a reading list? You just want the answer. You need that information pulled together, synthesized for you right here, right now. This is the big leap, from just finding information to actually understanding it.
All right, so let's head back to our library. Now this place has a pretty fantastic, smart index. You can think of it like a superpowered AI search tool. It can find any document in a split second. But here's the thing. The people using it, the patrons, they're just overwhelmed. I mean, finding the 10 right books is great, but then you have to read them all and figure out how they all connect to get your one answer? That's the real grind. And that's a massive bottleneck.
And that is the problem right there, plain and simple. Having access to a ton of information just isn't the same as having real actionable knowledge. That huge gap between getting a list of search results and feeling confident you have an answer, that's where all the productivity gets lost. It's where the frustration really starts to build.
So, this is where the story takes a turn. The solution isn't just a better index or a faster search. It's something totally new. It's about adding a voice to the library's existing memory. And that voice, well, it comes from a technology called Azure OpenAI. So, what exactly is Azure OpenAI? The easiest way to think about it is like a master linguist. It's what we call a large language model, and it has basically studied billions and billions of sentences. It gets context, it gets nuance, and it knows how to explain really complex ideas in a way that sounds perfectly human. It's absolutely brilliant, but, and it's a big but, there's a catch. And here's the core challenge we're facing. We have this incredibly powerful AI, this linguistic genius, who has never once set foot inside our private library. It knows how to talk, but it doesn't know about your books. It doesn't know your data. So the big question is, how do we connect its amazing intelligence to our specific private information?
The answer, it turns out, is a really elegant architectural pattern. It's kind of the secret sauce that bridges the gap between that brilliant AI speaker and the very specific knowledge sitting on your shelves. And it's called RAG.
RAG. It stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation. Now, I know it sounds super technical, but the idea behind it is actually beautiful in its simplicity. Instead of just asking the AI to answer from its vast general knowledge, you do something different. First, you retrieve the relevant information from your library, and then you ask it to generate an answer based only on the facts you just handed it. So here's how that flow works, step by step. First, you, the user, ask a question. Then, behind the scenes, your AI search instantly goes and finds the most relevant paragraphs or data points from your documents. Third, and this is the absolute key, you bundle those little snippets of information together with the original question and hand that whole package to the AI model. And finally, the AI generates a perfect, human-like answer using only the facts you just gave it. Yes, exactly. This is the big aha moment. The AI isn't just making a guess or trying to remember something it learned from the public internet a few years ago. You can think of it like an open book test. Your private data is the textbook, and the AI is formulating its answer right now, in real time, based on the source material you gave it for that one specific question. And using this RAG pattern gives us two incredibly important guarantees. And these are the absolute bedrock of trust, especially when you're using AI with your sensitive company data. We need to know the answers are accurate, and we need to know our data is staying safe. The first guarantee is something we call groundedness. It's a simple concept. It just means that the AI's response is firmly grounded in the facts you gave it. Because its instructions are to only use the source material you provided, it literally can't just make stuff up. So, a grounded answer is verifiable. You can always trace it back to the source documents. The opposite of that is what's known as a hallucination, which is when an AI just kind of makes up plausible-sounding but totally incorrect information. The entire point of the RAG pattern is to prevent that. It's designed specifically to cure hallucinations and keep your AI assistant factual and totally reliable. The second guarantee, and this is a big one, is privacy.
When you're using Azure OpenAI, your data never leaves your secure bubble. The questions you ask, the little data snippets you include, the answers you get back, it is all private. And what's absolutely critical is that none of it is ever used to train those big global AI models. Your library's secrets stay inside your library, period. So when you put all these pieces together, you've got the powerful search, the intelligent voice, and that secure RAG pattern. What you get is a complete transformation. It fundamentally changes how you and your team interact with your own data.
Let's see it in action with a real question. Someone asks something really specific, something that would normally require an expert. How do I preserve a 15th century map? Now before, that would have meant digging through multiple, probably really dense, archival manuals.
But now, the voice gives a direct, synthesized, and totally actionable answer. And just look at how it starts. According to the scrolls in our archive tier, it's citing its sources. Not only is it giving you the answer, it's telling you exactly where it got that information from. That's how you build trust and allow people to verify the facts for themselves.
And that's really the crucial point here. The system isn't just a tool for finding documents anymore. It's become a teacher. It synthesizes complex information from all over your library into a single, understandable piece of knowledge. It transforms this static repository of data into an interactive expert that you can actually have a conversation with.
Look, this technology isn't science fiction. It's here right now, and it's completely changing how organizations can use their most valuable asset, their own internal knowledge. So that leaves just one question, really. If all of your organization's data suddenly had a voice, what would be the very first thing you'd ask it?